So, welcome, Carol. I would like for you to just tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about restoring order as well.
Okay, great. Well, my name is Carol, and I am a professional order restorer with Restoring Order, which is a company that was founded in Sherwood, Oregon back in 1999 by Vicki Norris. So we've been serving clients in Southwest Washington and Oregon for almost 20 years.
Wow.
It's a wonderful opportunity to go out and work with businesses and families in their homes and just help them bring order back to their world so they can enjoy what's truly important to them rather than be caught up with a lot of stuff or inefficiencies in the workplace and just live a more abundant life.
Excellent. That sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have you here. So the first question I wanted to ask you are, what are some common questions or concerns that you see in your daily work?
I think a lot of people are just overwhelmed. We are one of the few places in the world where we're actually stressed out because we have so much stuff and so much abundance. We're so have so much, and so a lot of people just don't even know where to start. They are really looking to partner with someone to bring some strategies and techniques and encouragement and support. Really, that's one thing that makes Restoring Order different, is that we're really concerned about the whole person, not just their stuff, but their lifestyle and what they enjoy, and helping them get back to what they really want to be doing with their free time and in their work environment, rather than being caught up with their stuff, their files, and other things that are distracting.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I definitely can relate to that, I think. So this is a good, actually, question that goes along with that. So do you find that people have a sentimental attachment to their stuff sometimes? And if yes, how do you help them through that?
Yeah, definitely. Most of us all have memorabilia. That is one of the hardest things for people to process through, is, photos and letters and cards and things of that nature are very difficult for some people to decide what they want to do. Should they keep them? What is the best strategy for keeping them in a way that's efficient and doesn't take up a lot of space? But then there are other people who are attached to dishes or artwork or sporting equipment, a variety of different things. And so one of the things that we like to do when we first meet with a client, we sit down and do an intake assessment, really try to learn about them, what their lifestyle is like, what's important to them. And we want to honor that person and customize the plan to them. And so what we oftentimes will do is just ask them to explain what does this mean to you? Is there another way we could display it? What are the options? Because we never will tell someone they have to get rid of something. If it's special to them, they absolutely should have it. But we just want to find a way to incorporate it into their life in a way that's they can enjoy it, but it's no longer a burden.
Sure.
And sometimes it's a matter of, with collections, sometimes it's just bringing it all together. Many people have things throughout the home. So when we bring it all into one space and they can see the volume that they've collected of a particular item, they can decide, well, I don't need 200 teacups. Maybe I can reduce that down and just keep the ones that are very special, or with sporting equipment, or whatever the hobby may be that the client has.
Awesome. That sounds great. I think I've done that as well. Kind of look at I had that same thing with giraffes. They're all over the house, and I did that at one point, actually. I brought them all together, and I was kind of overwhelmed. It was like, oh. And I did that thing that, I forget what the show was, but it was on TLC, where he would count them.
Oh.
And then he would say, okay, let's cut this in half. So if you have 200, can we get it down to that? And then I find, too, that once I start purging or pruning, I think you guys call it.
Yes, we say pruning.
Yeah, which I love that. Once I start pruning, then it becomes a lot easier to, continue that process. Yeah. So what are some benefits that you see to people having less stuff in their lives?
I just think it creates so much freedom for people to enjoy their life and do what they really want to be doing. They're not burdened and overwhelmed by the number of objects they have surrounding them, whether it's clothing or shoes, or in the business environment, the files that are up to here on the desk where they can't find their project, or things are being lost because it's not filed electronically properly. And it's just such it hinders productivity, and it hinders just enjoyment of life. So I think simplifying is wonderful. Trying to just determine what's really special and important to you as a family or as a business or as an organization, and then streamlining and just freeing up time and energy to do what you enjoy versus taking care of your stuff.
Yeah, that sounds great. I might have to bring you guys in for. I was kind of giggling internally. So anybody who's seen my office knows that I have some order to restore, certainly here in the office. And you were talking about the stack, and so
Yes.
I have my stack over there on my office desk. But so are there any commonly held myths for people who have a lot of stuff like me?
Absolutely. The most common myth, I think, is that you can get organized in a weekend. You know, people set aside a weekend to get organized. It's like any change that you're going to make in your life. It has to be a process. It's going to take time. You didn't become buried in paper or files or household goods overnight. It's going to take a long time to really get through the process, and not that that should be a discouragement. It's just to give yourself that grace and understanding that it will take some time, to take small steps, and every step forward is growth and forward progress, and to not think that at Sunday night, you know, the garage is going to be in perfect order and it'll stay that way, because it has to be maintained. That's the other thing that's really critical, is the maintenance. Once you get yourself to the point you want to be, you have to schedule maintenance, routine maintenance, to keep it up.
Yeah. I love that point, and it makes me think about Per July. So we have some participants who are returning from last year, and including myself. And it's been interesting to see the spaces that I cleaned really well have gotten a little bit, you know, they need a little bit of maintenance, but it's amazing the difference when I look at pictures from a year ago. It's like, oh wow, yeah, that really did. You know, and like you said, I didn't do it overnight. Per July lasts an entire month.
Yes.
You know, and so yeah, it makes sense that, and I love what you said too about giving yourself that grace of like, it's okay that, you know, if you don't have to spend 24 hours straight working on something. You can do a little bit here, a little bit there, and
and
get that forward progress.
Yes, and it's just getting started. Once you get an area in order, it's so much easier to keep it in order, just as you said. So once you get to the baseline, just scheduling that routine maintenance, it will stay looking the way you like it for a long time.
Right. And that maintenance should take a lot less time, right?
Absolutely. Maintenance should be quick, whereas the actual
it might have taken
process,
4 hours initially, but now it should just take 5 or 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Excellent. So I want to just end with just kind of open it up for you and ask you, are there any tips or tricks that you would like to share with our audience?
Gosh. Well, I think the main, there are many things I would say, but primarily just from remembering what I mentioned before is that it does take time to get started. Give yourself grace when you fall off the wagon and things accumulate a little bit more. And make it a lifestyle change, just like an exercise plan or a diet. It takes time and commitment to maintain the change, and just continue pushing forward, knowing you're growing and gaining success. And the other thing I would say is that to not bring more into your home than you need. To really be strategic about what you purchase, what you bring into the home. Avoid buying something just because it's a good deal or it's in bulk and it's on sale. Really think about, what do you really need it? Or can you get by without it? Or is there another option that you could use? And just really trying to be more efficient in what you own and manage, because the more you have, the more time it takes to manage it, and the less time you have to enjoy what you really want to be doing with your time.
Yeah, I love that. That also is kind of reminding me of the Per July process. You know, I've actually tackled my pantry this time, and my pantry had gotten to the point where there was a lot of stuff that was behind other stuff. And, you know, or I bought a whole bunch of them because we tried them, we thought we liked them, and then we kind of both went off of them or something like that.
Right.
So I think that's a really good point, you know, of really stopping and thinking about at the point of purchase, I guess, you know, like, really, do I need this, or is it just something I want? And if it is something I want, maybe I'll wait a while and see if I still want it, you know, down the road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so much fun. Thank you
Thank
so much for
you.
coming. And
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed our interview with Carol from Restoring Order. Tell us the website.
Yes, our website is www.restoringorder.com, and there's a wealth of information there about all the various services that we offer, from reclaim your household, reclaim your work, reclaim your health, and reclaim your spirit. So we actually have 4 different sort of areas that we focus on with various clients, both residentially and in the corporate world.
Excellent. Yeah. So go check it out. And thanks for coming out and
Thank you.
doing the interview with us.
It's fun.
All
Thank
right.
you.